Fucking hell. Alright, alright. I guess I found it. Or did I find it? It's questionable, but it is what it is, I guess. Huh. No. Not compostable. Hmm. Yep, yep. Hello. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well today. We're out here in the woods, just going for a walk, trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going, and if I can remember where the actual path is, give or take. I once took like a long ass bike route out here with my class in like, what, third grade? Approximately. And I'm trying to mentally remember the path in my brain in which way I need to go. Because I know there's like a road that goes over the road in some sense. But where exactly? That is a good question. So we may just get lost, but trying to figure it out. At least trying to. We're getting lost probably, yeah. But the woods can change in the time from when I was last here to now. The last time I was here is 2019, which is quite a few years ago. So we could also be scouting some places out technically for what we call it, a camping stream. Because you do know there's a few shelters in the area. Where exactly? Well, we could technically walk through the shelter I went to back then with my class. It is a kilometer, so it's gonna be fine. but there's a shelter in this direction. Where I went with my school a while back. That's a very long time ago. There may be squirrels around here somewhere. Where exactly? I don't know. There's a cross. Well, not a cross. We're gonna walk up the hill. Because then the hill is towards the lake, and up the hill is up. A little bit of duck sounds in it. And I scared the living shit out of some children earlier. That was fun. We have this great area. Ooh, it's a hill. Going in circles, directions, all mixed up. Manfred. We have the little pond over there. It's actually the deepest lake in Denmark, so it is the deepest lake in Denmark. Deepest motherfucker. It's I don't have any fishing rods on me right now. But yeah, they're out fishing there. I need to walk a bit slower, I feel like. I forgot my asthma spray, so I don't want to myself. I did that to myself. Just need to breathe slowly. Oh no! The road. I think the road stops here because of the fallen tree. But let's see. Does the path in here? Or can I get through? Okay, I can get through, I think. Yeah, we can. Yup. The thing about being tall is, yeah. I could keep bumping my head into things. Just gonna take a little break for the lungs on this thing. Just gonna drink some water. I don't think he has migrated to Denmark, let me be honest. Not yet, at least. Oh. It did it again. Okay. For a little walk. We are walking by the lake path. That's what it's called, the lake path. with these big ash trees. They're much taller than me. Not a big park. Just woods. It's just the woods near Copenhagen, so it is what it is. It's just a big wood. One big wood in between cities and whatnot. Towns, I guess you could call them. Because Copenhagen is only like major city in Denmark, I would say. The capital. I may be dissing some of the smaller cities, but Copenhagen is the main city. It is what it is. Okay. Can we hug a tree? Let's see which one is the most huggable nearby. I think that one. Huh. I'm looking for a tree that has nothing next to the ground so I can actually put this one down. Um, yes, we can hug a tree. There's a tree. There's a me. And there's a hug to the tree. I'm hugging a tree. Approximately. We can hug it from all angles and look stupid if somebody walks by. It's a mossy tree. It's very mossy. There's a lot of moss on it. Ugh. Just a bit of moss. Have we hugged the tree enough now? I think we have. Good old tree. It's a good old tree. And there's a tree in the middle of the path, I see. So the path we have to walk is this way. But as I see it, there is a fucking tree in the middle of the road. And well, at least in the middle of the path I'm supposed to take. As a major. Thank you for the clip, darling. But there's literally a tree in the middle of the path. I'm not even joking. Like the path I'm going is this way, and there's a little there's a tree. I have to get over it. Ah, they're not very climbable in this area. There's no lower branches, really. We have to get into the bigger types of the woods. I know a very climbable tree, probably, but it's in the other parts of the woods because there's very tall trees around here. The only trees that have branches on them are overhanging the lake. So let's see when we get to the area, the first stop on the road, which is the shelter, which is 2 kilometers away. I'm pretty sure there are some climbable trees there, and I know there's a lot of dead animals because I found a lot of skulls there last time. What is this? Huh. Curious. A little structure by a bench. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. A little homemade structure. And somebody once had a fire pit here. Once upon a time. It looks like one of these places where people have gone down. This is very, like, it's straight down into the water, but I'm pretty sure this is one of the hangouts in which young people go to go down and bathe in the lake in like a kind of private area kind of thing. What nice little setup here some people have made. Yeah, there's a lot of rotten trees in this area. A lot of fallen trees also. I don't want to watch Samsung News. What the fuck is my chat phone on about? Ah, yes, crazy young people. I'm kinda. My nails are kinda fucked today. I can barely touch the screen. What is what it is? We're walking by the lake path, which has some dangerous areas as we can see. The lake is technically, I would say, eating the path in some sense. Like it's straight down here. If somebody decided to fall down, they would be directly in the lake. But people have gone down there. They have passed, but it's severely dangerous to do that. Well, it's not severely dangerous, but I'm not gonna do it. But knowing people in the woods, people have gone down here. Can we get a metal detector? And detect here. Well, I technically, a few years ago, gave my dad a metal detector in his birthday present. He has never used it though. I can probably borrow that one and go into the woods and use it. When you give a present that is never used. Yeah. Fun times. Oh well. It is what it is. So I can use it. I bought it, I can use it. That looks scary. Like, look. Just straight down. Huh. With the trees. Yeah. But in recent years, he's gotten very much into going to the beaches at night with his UV lamp to find amber. That has been his hobby for the past few years now. It's a hobby which makes my mum quite worried because my dad is in his. He's turning 80 next year. He's old. He's turning 80. And he has gone out on his way to go in the middle of the night. I'm not even joking. In the middle of the night to find amber by these desolate beaches. And my mum just keeps worrying, like, it is slightly insane that my dad, who's 80 almost, goes out to the beach late at night to find amber. Yeah, sounds like it. My dad has a lot of good hobbies. He may be old, but he's still functioning. And now we have this. Come on, screen. I have to get down that. But I have to blow my nose first because my allergies are getting to me. Ooh, I hate being allergic to everything out here. he has found a lot of like small pieces of amber over the years. He has like a whole fucking jar of it. And now we're going down the hill. Let's see. The perspective of this. I'm not sure when it comes to pollen. You can just take your Benadryl and then you think you'll be fine. Hmm. But I'm allergic to so many things that I first have to actually get an allergy test before we know what I'm exactly allergic to. Now we're down by the water. It's not the makeup. Don't worry. It's cats. It's pollen. It's dust. It's also dust. Very allergic to dust. And now there's a very fucking muddy area. And I'm going around it. The best I can, of course. Of course, there are trees in my way. The good old being too tall. I think it's muddy in this area because it is so close to the water that when it does flood, that it goes up here because it's literally about 20 centimeters above the water edge. And there's also a campfire area here. Oh, I do have two older half siblings from my dad's prior marriage. Thank you for the follow, Barefoot Violet. Thank you so much, darling. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Well, we're walking in the woods currently and probably getting lost. Because the last time I was here was like 5 years ago. But now we're getting to the area that kind of reminds me of Norway. Because there's motherfucking hills. Hello, Mr. Adrian. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Now, how by the hills and the trees. Oh, I'm doing quite well today. Thank you so much for asking. Hell, Norway. It is. Okay, there isn't hills in well, there is hills in Norway, but it's more like it is giving the vibes, I guess, in my mind. But it's probably not really. So yeah. Still, over a kilometer away. I think we should find a tree somewhere that I can climb, but uh, the majority of the trees that are here does not have the branches needed for that. And the ones that were so small, I think I would break the trees if I tried. A burial ground. No, no, it's just hills. Burial grounds are not around here, as far as I'm aware. Um, army shoes? I think they're fine for climbing trees. But it's more that I'm wearing a skirt with fishnets under, and that I'm wearing fishnets. I'm probably gonna get stuck on something. There's a little bug on my screen. My chat phone. There's a little bug crawling. Can you see it? There's a bug. Oh, what is it? No idea. Let's see. Am I allowed to lift you from my chat phone? Ah, just fell. It fell instead. Ah. Oh, hello there. How are you doing today, Experiment Eye? The Danish wilderness is treating me alright so far. I have hugged a tree, and we're thinking of climbing one, but there isn't really any climbable trees around here. Stuck 12 meters above ground, not so good. Well, yeah. If I carry anyone, they're stuck 12 meters above ground. Of course they are. I'm tall, you're short. Hello down there, how's the view? This is like usually the view people have of me, like short. Oh, you just came home. I hope you had a good day. You struggled to eat a Danish pastry. Yeah, a lot of them are slightly confusing. But depending on where you were getting them, the quality is different. The quality of Danish pastry highly depends on where you get them. It's so muddy in this area, Christ's sake. I was supposed to go that way. Give me a second. Huh. Oh well. A lot of the Danish pastries have some names that people are struggling with. I've noticed. Uh, there is a bakery, okay, so as we have here in Denmark, they have some stores in London, and they have both the names of the pastry in both Danish and English. And when I was in London, I tried to order pølsebolle, or pølsehorn, which is a hot dog. It's one of those small pastries. And the cashier, she looked at me as if I was insane, even though it is what was on the fucking sign. There's more bugs than me now. There's a bug again. Ah. Come on. Come here. Come here. I don't know what you are, but I don't think you belong on my phone. Yeah, come here. Come here. Come here. There. Oh, the problem is, I read it how I think it's supposed to be said. Then they don't understand what I'm saying. Yeah. That is relatable. That is very relatable. There's another place to have a fire here. Once more. I don't know what bug it is, so it's probably best not to keep it. But I do want to keep bugs, well, specifically butterflies as pets in the future. Yes, this one is fucking delicious, of course. And it's good that you're slowly learning Danish. It is a hard language, so I applaud you for trying to learn this motherfucking language. I want to try to raise butterflies, like as a hobby. Um, don't know how I'm gonna do it though, but I'm gonna do it sometime. Not in my next apartment, but probably somewhere else. And if you're not sure, there's a little fire pit there as well. And it says there's a shelter nearby, so it's not the one I'm going to. It is still on a kilometer away. But yeah. Let's see what's in front of me. Oh, another hill. What a surprise. Up, up, up I go. Up, up, up we go, I mean. Huh. Huh. Yeah, Danish is a strange language, but strange. We Norwegians speak more similar to it. It's been 400 plus years as slaves of Denmark. The writing is quite similar, except strange words, yes, of course. It is quite similar. Uh, I have a few Norwegian friends who have tried to speak to me, well, in text through Norwegian, and I'm like, I'm Google translating that shit. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Norwegians confuse me. Let me be fucking honest. They're confusing. Like, I was in Norway not that long ago, and opening Tinder was a mistake. Opening Tinder in Norway was a fucking mistake, I tell you. I have abandoned looking at the people I matched with. Uh, people are fucking weird. Or men are fucking weird. Because half the message I got was about packing. We're talking about packing in the woods, hello. But, yeah. There was nothing in my bio about me being a dumb, but like, I'm a goth girl, and like, after the fucking messages with the fucking men wanting me to pack them, I was just at a loss for words, so I just closed down the app and didn't think about it. Thank you. Moving to Denmark really helped me learn faster. Just get hung up when it's thick accent. Yeah, of course, I do that too. It's because in the area you live in, there's a lot of people I probably can't understand either. As a native Dane, I probably can't understand them either because Jylland, Jylland specifically, they borrow a lot of like the accent from Germany. I don't understand that. I'm from Copenhagen. I'm a Copenhagener. I'm from Devil Island. I speak Sjællandsk. I'm from the Devil Island. Yeah. Yeah, it's an epidemic, yes. But where are you from? Bergen? What is? Don't understand. Bergsk? What the fuck is that? Yes, thick German-esque dialect, yes, yes. Inner parts of Telemark Centrip is hard to understand though. Huh? Can you repeat that? What the fuck? Repeat that in perfect English because I didn't understand what the fuck you just said to me. Huh. Oh, this is a fucking fun path, isn't it? There's some motherfucking tree in the way once again. How do I do this without falling? That is a good question. I'm from the Oslo area, so further out from there things get hairy for me. Are you talking about places in Norway? Of course you are. Of course you are. Ah! Ah! I just did that. There's a hole in the ground. Had to go through it. I think I don't know much about Norway other than Oslo. That city in which I've been invited to with a friend. Well, more like a plan to go to. What is it called again? It's like a heavy metal festival. What is it called? Can I spell? It's a Norwegian rock heavy metal kind of thing with blood in the name. Don't remember what it's called right now. But my friend went there this year, and I was like, should we go together? Because that looks interesting, and yeah, I'm going next year. But what was it called? Huh. Now my brain is wrecking itself. Telemark is a country in Norway from south up to north distance, being close to eastern part of mountains dividing Norway into west and east. Ah, tons of rocks. Huh. Interesting. That's a straight drop. I'm trying to figure out what that festival is called. What can I spell? It's not an Midgard's blood. Yeah, that one. Midgard's blood. That one. That's what I'm going to. Midgard's blood. Church burning blood-stained sleeve black festival owl, I think. That's not the one though. But yeah, Southern Jutland is a good experience to be. Place to be. I just feel like I have to mirror everything and be mime though. Yeah, that is relatable when traveling. When I was in Norway, people basically thought I was Norwegian, which probably, yeah, I do look Scandinavian, so it makes sense. I'm tall, but so much confusion, so much confusion. Just buying some snacks, and people think you're Norwegian, like, please, I don't understand what you're saying. Okay, need to find dinner. See you. Stay on the ground, no climbing, please. Well, let's see about that. The climbing will maybe happen. But I don't know. But we also have to get back to make dinner at some point. I have dinner planned. I have bought the groceries, so don't worry, we don't need to drop by a grocery store. I don't want to do that either way. Because I'm already scaring the life out of children. Apparently I'm scary. But have a good dinner. Yeah, the Copenhagen area sounds like you're just from the north of Norway. Well, it does make sense in some sense, yes. Yeah. Well, the north or the north, like Trondheim, or the north as in top, like over in Sweden, like Finland, hitting almost. Like, what part of the north are we talking about? Like the full up north, or the we're not fully in the north, but we're kind of in the north. Oh, north. Never been. Don't know. But I do want to go to Svalbard. I do have a dream of going to Svalbard. Which is technically not Norway, but well, yeah. It's still up there. It's still cold. It's up there. My mum is from the north, as from far as north as you can get, so I don't have any issues understanding them. How far is the furthest north you can go in Norway? I don't know the city names up there, let me be honest. The most northern part of like Scandinavia that I know of is a city in Sweden where one of my internet friends live, which is like still Östersund, but like still like relatively up there, very close to Finland. Let's see. We have exactly 1 kilometer left to the place we're supposed to go. And there's a fucking tree in the middle of the road. How the fuck? There's a slight bend in the road where I have to go and crawl my way up to get around it. Oh. Huh? Fuck. Why the fuck do trees do this? Why the fuck does tree be doing this? Why do they be doing this shit? Falling in the middle of the path. Yeah. So far on my little walk, I've only seen 4 people in the class of children. I guess that is a plus by going into the woods and not into the street. Because being in the street means that there's a ton of people. Alta is the nearest big city from my mum's hometown. It's further north than the entirety of Sweden. My mum is from further north than that. That's very far up. Further than north than Sweden, of course, Norway is further up the globe than Sweden, of course. Of course, that's how it works. And then we are here in little Denmark, where it's flat. It's flat, and it's not necessarily that cold. You're on the top, and we are on the bottom. We're in the bottom of the Nordics, as they say. It's flat. It's flat out here. Even though I don't feel like this walk is flat, it is very flat in Denmark in general. This does not feel flat to me, but that's just me. Like, look at this shit. It does not feel flat. And there's a fucking stone in the middle of the road. Like, what the fuck? I don't believe you were here last time. Huh. Well. There's a campfire once again then there. It's hills, and they're still gonna take Your breath climbing up them. Yes, yes, they are. Ew. I'm not gonna fall down there. I swear, I'm not gonna fall. I'm crossing my fingers, and I hope you are too, because I'm clumsy and you know it. And I feel like I'm walking like a penguin up these hills. Yes, you're crossing your fingers and your toes. That's good. Do that, please. Cross all of them. All of them. Cross them all. All that are possible, of course. I need to find a place where I can sit and take a sip of my water. But there's nothing to sit on. But toes might just be a neurodivergent thing. Relatable. I pick shit up with my toes all the time. If something's on the ground, I'm picking it up with my toesies. But it's back there. I don't want to go back. Yes, why would you bend over? Of course, why would you bend over? My toes are there to grip onto it like a fucking monkey. Why the fuck can I sit on something like this? Not a rotten stump. Especially when you're allergic to everything in the air. I'm allergic to pollen. And while it's not pollen season, my lungs and my nose and everything is not happy with nature in general. Yeah, you don't need baby socks because you're not in the mental hospital yet. Your feet are grippy enough. Yet, yes, of course. At some point in our lives, we all end up there, I believe. I think it's a personal belief of mine that eventually everybody ends up in some kind of mental hospital where you need the grippy socks. Whether you're young or old, some people always end up there. When I was younger, there was an old man who escaped from the psych ward nearby, and he had painted his own blood on a bench. Kale or drape in Danish. Fun time being a kid, like 11 and 12. Knowing there is a crazed man, old man, like grey hair kind of old man, running around painting words in his own blood. Sad case of somebody who's severely mentally ill, but as a child, that was kind of horrifying. Funny story. Maybe not so funny, but it's. As a child, I remember being scared. Now I just remember it as a funny anecdote from my life. At least he dedicated to put himself in his work. Yes, of course. I'm also so dedicated that I put my blood into my work. At one point when I was cutting my hair, I accidentally sliced my finger open. So instead of being a normal person, which I am not, I took a bowl and dripped my blood into it. I still have a bowl of dried blood somewhere. I'm using it for paint. I'm using it to mix into paint. And now there's finally a stump that is somewhat not rotten. But every time I've been to the blood taking people, the people who take your blood for when you go to the blood taking room. I always ask, can I have a vial of my own blood? Is it possible that you take a vial of my blood? But no, it has never been possible for them to draw a vial of blood for me to take home. Not yet. But someday there will be an unhinged nurse that will let me take a vial of my own blood home. And that's how the painting of Dorian Gray was made. And what is that, Dorian Gray? Yeah, we need a nurse that's slightly there. A nurse who gets the artistic inspiration of putting your own blood into your art. But not everybody is like that. And from this spot, we can see where the rich people live. So, across this lake, all the way over there on the other side of the lake, there is a bunch of houses that go down to the lake. That's where the rich people live. I have looked at the prices of those houses. You can't really see them, but I can see them with my naked eye. And now my phone is running out of power. Give me a minute. It seems that my stream phone is running out of power, so I just need to stuff the charger in. But the houses over on the other side are very, like, a few million. A few million for a house. A house I want to afford it, but possibly it's not a thing in the next, 10 years. Mm. It's a guy who gets a painting that gets older and takes every injury he would get. It pretty much makes him act like nothing has consequences and he abuses everyone and everything. Hmm. Interesting. Let's just see if there's power. Do we have power? Yes, we have power. I'm just gonna turn down the brightness a little bit. There. Alright. So how far do we have left? 9 minutes. It's a 9-minute walk. Whoa. Okay, time to walk once more. Out into the wilderness we go. We promised not to climb any trees. Did we now? There are no trees to climb. And the only ones I can see, they are incredibly dangerous and incredibly much in danger of falling into the lake. See, the thing about being tall also means that I have to duck a lot when I'm out here. Not, I don't have to become a duck, but I have to duck a lot when I'm walking out here because there's a lot of bushes and a lot of trees, and they have branches which get into my face. They like to poke into my face. Does chat phone want to function? Yes, chat phone does function. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, there is another fucking hill. Oh my, my, my. Come on now. Okay, it's not too bad. It could have been much worse. Much, much worse. Okay. I think this is the way. Yes. There's a lot of nettles out here. A lot of boning nettles. I want to fall into those. Not very much, thank you, no. Alright. How far do I have left? 450 meters. So we can sit and relax a bit by the shelter. Huh. I don't want to fall. I have to be careful when walking down hills. My god. This looks fun. Thank you. We're walking in the woods, having a good time. But there are many hills, so I have to be careful. And I have figured out there's a lot of fallen trees, as we can see. And a lot of them are falling into the middle of the path. You love walking through the woods, and so do I. It is a good time. I just need to look at the map. Alright. Just needed to see if I was on the right path. And I am. I just needed to be sure. You don't want to get lost in the woods now. And I think I'm starting to mentally remember the route I took as a kid. Which means that we have to go up by the Christmas tree plantage. But I do believe I need to put my power bank in my backpack because it's kind of heavy in the side bag. So I'm gonna just go down where there's a bit of a flat earth. The earth is not flat, but there's a little bit of flattened land. I can put the tripod so I can stuff the thing in the bag. I have about too many different things in my bag. You're just looking at the tree for now. Oh. You're getting a little lake view. Just out here sniffling. Sniff, sniff. Well, sorry, chat. Well,
Hej. Det ser spændende ud.
yeah. It is a bit lovely and peaceful. And I get the compliment from an old man walking by. You look interesting. Well, thank you. And we're in the I'm tall and there are trees kind of route. Well, until the people came along. It was a group of older folks in the judgmental range. Oh, well, alright. There's a path next to a hill. Like, these are one of the thin paths. Very close to the water. Yeah, it's the walking through the trees and getting hit in the face with shit. Leaves. If I'm holding it at, like the tripod on my head height, then we can see how many leaves I walk into. Interesting little experiment. Okay, how far do I have left until next? Great, we have 200 meters. Alright. Huh. Here we have one of those good old leaf things. Yeah. It wants me up that. Huh. It can get annoying at times, but I do like being tall. Yeah, it is fine being tall. It's lovely, honestly. You can see over the heads of short people when you go shopping in the city. I don't know why it wants me to take this route, but it's the route it wants me to take. Come on, phone. I'm crawling like a gremlin up this thing. Okay. Why is there sand on this path? What is this? Yep. Well, he's struggling to both breathe and walk. I do believe there needs to be a handrail, even in the woods. I think there used to be some, but it looks like they're gone now. Alright. Alright. What path does it want me to take? Okay. Up or down? The age-old question. Do I go up or do I go down? Because I'm honestly not sure. Is going up the question? I think going up is the right move. For memory's sake, I think going up is the right move. Fuck. Breath, breathing, what are those? But look at this view. You can see the rich people living over there. Like, a house in that area is a minimum of like 16 million. That is a scary price. But the vast majority of them are like 30 million plus. Which is like a terrifying price. Okay, that was one shelter. Well, that's not the one I'm looking for. So let me open the maps. It's not close the goddamn maps. Why make me close it? Okay. I guess we have a little bit further to walk. I put in the wrong shelter, but it's still in the right area, so we have 500 meters left. What a fun time! Alright. It's telling me to go down there, but that's a bit dangerous. I'm just thinking of going through the shelter. Okay, does it want me to go down this route? Oh. Yeah, I'm staying on the high ground for now. What is this over here? What is this? And there's some leaves. Interesting. Witchcraft? Is this witchcraft? Probably is. I'm gonna leave it alone. Because fiddling with that shit is not a good idea in general. Okay, I'm going in the wrong direction, I feel like. Yeah, I need to go down the hill. But that looks a bit too dangerous. So I guess the other path is the way to go. Question mark? I guess it is the way down. It's the most safe looking one. Alright. Let's not suck at this, shall we? Tungelig munden, guys. Tungelig munden. There's a bench. And there's a bench. And I'm down the hill. Oh. I guess we can take a break. Because that hill was massive. So what do I have with me in this bag today? We have some vitamin water. A lantern. If it gets cold, that is. So currently I'm sweating my ass off. But it can get hot in this. So there's a lighter and a bit of a light in here. Then I also have a parasol, or what you could call it, an umbrella. We have a bit of an umbrella with us. A little bit of a fancy one. Let's see if it will get useful later if it starts to rain. It's got a little bit of lace on it. It's a lace umbrella in a bag. It has its own little personal bag. That's a cute little moment it has. And we still have a few hundred meters left to walk. So let's take a sip. And let's return to the walking, the waddling. But I do believe I got a mosquito bite in my thigh. which is kind of hurting just a bit. But let's go back to waddling, chat. And as we can see, my hair is very red and was lightning. Look at the shade on my hair. Maybe we can take the time here where it's a nice little area to do my little thing that I plan to do today. Just because it's a little cute area. Just out here taking some photos, as I do every now and again. Just out here chilling, taking some photos, as you do, as you do. And he's chilling. And being chilling. Out here being who I am. As you know, I'm a content creator. And I love using the spaces that are here and available. See what's in my favorite TikTok sound. So you're seeing part of my life, part of what I do every now and again, which is filming TikToks in the middle of nowhere. Hey, my darling. Well, I'm not a vampire. I'm a goth. Not yet a vampire. I've not yet been turned. But that's why I have the parasol. Okay, what the fuck did TikTok do? Off, of course, off. Yes, oops, oops. But I do have a tan, but that is beside the point. I got a tan. What a surprise! Out here being weird, as is. What am I doing though? I'm finding a deserted place in the middle of the woods to film TikToks, but we were going to a small little place. There's a cabin, well, not a cabin. It is a shelter. It is a shelter. Just going to look for it, and then we're gonna walk back to civilization. Um, and then we're gonna cook some dinner when we are back in civilization. But there's gonna be like a small pause because I do not want to dox myself back to back. So before I get home, I'm gonna turn off the stream. And then we will be back seeing me in my kitchen, because I do not want to dox myself like all those Norwegians keep doing. Even though I'm moving quite shortly, though. I'm dissing the Norwegians. I'm sorry, but you keep doxing yourself, and that is... It's weird. And chat phone is dead. Chat phone does not know how to film TikToks, but that's alright. I can just take some photos then. Chat phone is having issues. Are we surprised that chat phone has issues? It is why it's a chat phone and not a phone. There's a reason I bent this phone a long time ago. Okay. I think that's enough of that. Don't you say that, chat? Just gonna hack this motherfucker. Stuffing this cute little umbrella down in its bag. If there's a bag for the umbrella, it's quite fancy in it. So, I'm putting a clothes bag on. What? Clothes has been put back on. To just peel my hood out of the shirt. I do have a hood on this dress. A little bit of a creepy vibe, in all honesty. And then you got an insight in what I do on a, well, not daily basis, but every now and again I go to the middle of nowhere to take photo shoots because I do not want to bother the public with my shenanigans. There was that one time though where I did go to the woods because, well, not the woods. There's this nearby abandoned place to where I live, and I went there because there's usually no people. But that one day there were two men, I think, two drunk men, who thought it would be a fun little thing to try and throw stones after me. Like real adults do, start throwing stones after a stranger. Like real adults do, start throwing stones after. And I just heard myself in chat phone. Don't like that. I didn't like that. We need a new mic. Or do I need this? No. Not really. Need to take the Bluetooth connection off. And And now we need to strap the chat phone back on my wrist. As you can see, chat phone is special. So we have these little things that get stuck on the corners. And then we need to pull these down below. Yes, it's a nice umbrella. And then we need to strap it onto my wrist. And because I have sleeves on, we're just gonna shimmy-ya through this. I'm just gonna turn it around, I think. And I didn't get it all the way through. Just need to turn off the chat phone before I do this, so I don't do any weird actions on the moderator phone. So now we have chat phone strapped to my wrist. Just need to put in the PIN code so I can open the phone. I'm just checking how much power is on. Yeah, that's alright. I just heard a footstep, but that's alright. There is no footstep. No people. Well, there's people out here, but that's beside the point. There's probably people out here. It's probably just animals. Now chat phone is charging. Maybe I just need to put it in correctly. And then we need to walk to the shelter. Which is this direction. By this little creek with a little bridge over it. Let's see. Which one is the direct one? This one, I think. Alright, there's a little fireplace once more. And there's a little bridge into the water. Let's just take a look at that before we walk on. It's a little bridge. You can rent a boat. Welcome into the woods. You can rent a boat. Huh. Interesting. Look at this, we've been walking all along there. There's a bit of water. And there's a bit of ducks. Yeah, that's nice. That's the water. Look at the woods, that's nice. This is a nice view. And it's nice that it's so close by the camping spot, because that means that next time I go here, ooh, It means that the next time I go here, which is probably gonna be in the summer, I can take a little dip in the water. Hopefully, when there's not too much algae. Okay, we need to head south. I know I need to head south. So it's up that little thing there. Okay. We're gonna go a bit around. Up here. All right. Ooh, not me almost falling down the ridge. Like a dumbass. Okay. I'm just gonna look at the map. And I closed the map once again, like a dumbass. I guess I am on the right path. I'm not quite sure about it though. This looks sketchy as hell. Yeah, I think I'm too close to the water though. Getting lost, it's normal. I think it's quite possibly normal. Because the roads, paths through the woods are not quite always accurate. Okay, let's see. It seems that I can go up this way. Yeah. Fucking hell. That was a rough one. Fucking hell. Okay, this is the right path. Fucking hell. I took the wrong path to begin with. Now I'm on the right one. And my lungs hate me. Fucking hell. If I had one of those wristband things on me right now that could count how fast my heartbeat is going. Fuck, my heart is beating fast. Little me. Little. Fuck. I'm not built for hills, alright. Oh, this is quite a beautiful sight of the sky over the whatever the fuck it is, big ass piece of land is. Work, field, farm, something along those lines. But I'm on the right path, it seems. This is my fitness today. My God. Another fire pit. Oh. Why so many rocks in the road? That's dangerous. I've been walking for 2 hours. Fuck me. That's not usual for me. I usually just go to the gym for an hour. Alright. We're not that far from the shelter. We're not that far from taking the next break. There's something in there making sounds. Probably a snake or something like that. So many mosquitoes. There's so many small birds. Alright. We're pretty close. Oh my God. Into the darkened woods we go. Alright, map. How far? Alright. Pretty sure this way, even though the map is not entirely correct. Ouch. Me down this hill. I'm not quite sure about it, but that's yes. But look at this beautiful view. Such nice vibes. Such nice. Such cozy. It says I have arrived, but we are not here.